Hello everybody, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to set up the amazing program known as TurboPascal. So you can write your Pascal programs and not have to use an extremely bloated and slow IDE. This will be what you'll use instead. So first, let's look at how where we gotta download it. It's right here. This link I'll put it in the description. The program has been is this program. They just basically what they do is that they took the old TurboPascal um, DOS program, made a few changes, and packaged it with DOSBox, so you don't have to do uh, any additional setup besides some changes to the resolution. So we're going to go hit download. You got the setup, the MSI. You install it, and I already have it installed, so just proceed with the installation. I'm going to hit cancel, and all right, now you should have it installed. It's just a matter of clicking a couple of buttons in between there. And but before you start typing in your programs, you want to do one small thing. Okay, by default, DOSBox is going to display in 320 by 200, and that's not ideal. Maybe I don't think it's 320 by 200. A little bit bigger. Maybe it's like 640 by 400 or something like that. But it's still awfully small. And so you want to change that. You want to get a bigger screen. Then what you want to do is gonna go over here, edit the configuration file, go to window resolution, and change this to whatever resolution you want. So um, it's not 1024 by 768 by default. It's something else. The window resolution is by default going to be what's called original, and this other thing called output is going to be called surface. You want to change this to more suitable and easier to use resolution, such as 1024 by 768, or let me close these, or let's go back here, or 1280 by 720, or something else. And of course you can go to make it go full screen by hitting Alt Enter, and have a separate setting for that. But keep in mind, if you go full screen, you can't click out of it without Alt tabbing. So that kind of defeats the purpose if you're trying to look at an example program and copy paste the source code or something and make some changes. You're like reading along with a tutorial or something like that. You don't want to do that. So I have it by 1024 by 768. You got to put the output to DDRAW, otherwise it won't put this resolution into use. So like over over here you got surface does not support scaling or aspect correction, so you got to do DDRAW. So now that we're done with that, we're gonna just start in normal mode, and as you can see, it's in 1024 by 768. And to change it, go back to configuration. Let's this time make it 1280 by 720. Save and start again. And bam, it's a bit bigger. Okay, so now you want to write your first program. So here's the startup, the welcome.txt. Just go to file, hit new, and we're gonna just copy this hello world example. So program hello world, use a CRT, begin, write line hello everybody. And you know what? Let's change this to. And read key. That's just so that the program doesn't immediately end when it prints the hello everybody to the screen. So if we want to compile, it says right here we gotta hit Alt F9, and bam! I was really fast. It's like the fastest compilation. Temple OS speeds are fast, and you hit Control F9 to run, and there you go. You got hello everybody. So now don't forget you want to save this, right? So don't forget to save as, I'll call it G, I don't know. I'll call it hello YouTube. And oh yeah, forgot. This is a this is a DOS program, so you're limited to 8 characters when you're saving your files, but that's not that big of a problem. If you really need to make the programs longer, or you're going to later on write programs that require more and more resources, then you would know when to switch. But for beginners, for people who are taking college classes and all that, this is perfect. Like this is fast, and it doesn't need a supercomputer. There's no 5 to 10 minutes of waiting for Visual Studio to start up or anything like that. One last thing I like to show. The one last thing I like to show is that the place that we saved it was saved in that binaries file. So it's tpwdb bin, and let's see, what do we call? We call it hello YouTube, right? So it got called hello u.pas. And let's see, if it compiled, there should be an executable for it. Here we go, hello u.exe. If this was a 32-bit install of Windows I was running, I'm pretty sure it would run. But keep in mind, this executable we make cannot run on a 64-bit Windows except through DOSBox. So keep that in mind. You will need to open up DOSBox again if you try and run the binary, or alternatively open another compiler so you can recompile it into a 32-bit or 64-bit executable. That's one of the other issues I'd like to point out with this. But yeah, if again, if it's really necessary, if it's really, 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 really necessary, you just want to show that it works on other platforms. Let's open this with Notepad++ or whatever. Control A, Control C, and let's do online Pascal. And let's see, what does this do? Control A, Control V, run, and bam, it does it. But as you saw, just this Hello World program, look how long it took for it to run on an online compiler. How long it took for it to compile? That wasn't noticeably longer. That took several seconds longer. And even though we compiled this before, it took much longer than this. Took much longer than this compiler version that we made with the TurboPascal, which is just like instant. Either way, I think it's great. You guys should try it, and have a good day.